Alright, what is up YouTube? This is the AAF Zone. We're coming to you with a prediction video for all 4 games this week, including our game of the week. And we have a special guest here predicting the game, JT Sports. JT, tell us a little bit about your channel.
So I upload college football videos, NFL videos, and a lot of American football videos. I also do video essays, like I did one on the collapse of FSU and the rise of UCF. And I'm about to start doing some March Madness coverage in a couple of days, so you guys can check that out.
Alright guys, so y'all heard a little bit about his channel, and JT Sports is going to help me out in deciding the scores and the picks for this week's game. To start it off, we'll go with the Express and the Fleet. I think this game could be exciting. Obviously, the Fleet kind of showed us up like we didn't really know what they were going to be, and then their offense just kind of exploded against the Commanders last week. But the Express have a new quarterback, so do you think that the Express have a chance against the hot Fleet team?
The thing about the Express is that their problems extend more from the quarterback position. The wide receiving core isn't really that good. The wide receiver struggled to create separation, and pretty much the only player they have had on their offense has been Zach Stacy, who has pretty much been the MVP for the team. And although Zach Mettenberger did some good things, I think that Mettenberger will keep them a little bit more competitive. But I'm going to take the Fleet, and pretty much a dominant win. I think the Fleet will win this 27-17.
Alright, my score was 20-16, the Fleet. I thought it was going to be tighter. Next game up, we have the Apollos and the Stallions. I like Garrett Gilbert. I think he's probably the best quarterback in the league. He's shown that he can run the ball and he can pass. D'Ernest Johnson at running back, it's just the Apollos are just so stacked everywhere. I know their defense isn't that good, but, they force turnovers. I don't know if I, really believe in the Stallions. They did beat the Hotshots last week, but, they had some help with the injuries. So I have the Apollos winning this. What about you?
I'm going to take the Apollos as well. The Apollos defense is actually, in my opinion, pretty good, because considering the fact that they have had back-to-back defensive player of the week prior to this week, they had Terrence Garvin, and then I believe they had the safety. I can't name him off the top of my head right now, but they had 2 players back-to-back on this defense. The Apollos are stacked at every position. They're basically the best team. They got the best wide receivers, and a lot of them are going to be playing. They're going to be in NFL training camps, and I think they have a lot of potential to make the rosters. And also, Steve Spurrier is a great play caller. This Apollos team is heads and shoulders above most of these teams in the line of American football. Even though the only thing I disagree with you about is Garrett Gilbert being the best quarterback in the Alliance, I still feel that John Wolford, I think I said his name right, for the Arizona Hotshots is better. I think he was averaging 275 passing yards per game, and he had about 6 touchdowns, I believe.
Yeah.
Only 1 interception. So I believe he's the best, but I'm going to take the Apollos. I'm going to take the Apollos. I think it's going to be high scoring. I believe they win this game 33-24.
Next game we got is Legends and Hotshots, and I feel like this could get out of hand. We don't know if Trevor Knight is going to be the starter, obviously because of the injury to John Wolford. But still, if Trevor Knight is starting, I feel like they could, open up a big lead with, Jarrell Presley at running back, Ross at wide receiver. I just feel like the Hotshots are too much for the Legends.
The funny thing about the Hotshots quarterback position is that Trevor Knight was actually the first-round pick in the Protect the Pick draft. And the Atlanta Legends, they just underachieve. I think a large part is due to the quarterback position. I believe they should start Aaron Murray. I don't know what's going on, but obviously if the coaches think that Matt Sims is better than Aaron Murray, then maybe Aaron Murray might not be that good as we thought he was. But for the most part, I think it's going to be a big, old-fashioned beatdown. I have the Arizona Hotshots winning this game 28-13.
I got the Hotshots 33-12. So now we have our game of the week, the Commanders at the Iron. This one's interesting. I know the Commanders lost pretty bad to the Fleet, but the Iron have kind of scraped away. So their first half play, the Iron, they do not look like a top team in this league, but then in the second half, they just run away with games. So if there's gonna be an upset game, I think this could be it. And the Commanders' offense isn't bad. They have a bit of a turnover problem. I think Marquise Williams could start. You know, he did get in the game. I just don't really know what they'll do. I tell you what, this will be a great matchup between a really good offense and a really good defense, possibly the best defense in the league with the Iron. Jamar Summers, really good. Max Redfield, really good. And they get after the quarterback. So I do have the Iron winning, but this game could be really interesting.
You see, when I did my prediction with Quincy Bell Sports, he told me something. There's no team that needs to win more this week than the San Antonio Commanders, coming off a 2-game losing streak so far. And I agree with that. It's a must-win game for San Antonio Commanders if they want to stay in the playoff hunt. And the championship contention, and also the quarterback position. I didn't think Logan Woodside played terrible. Like, he had one touchdown before he threw that interception.
The first interception that he threw was not, it was in like double coverage, kind of off of his back foot. But he did, that one touchdown that he threw right off the back of their turnover was a beautiful throw.
Yeah, I never really understood that benching. And Marquise Williams, like, he's a good runner, but I feel he's limited as a passer. And I believe Logan Woodside will probably give them the better chance to win because it's a passing league, and everybody knows that. And every football league, it's a passing league. Yeah, you got to be able to run the ball. Everybody wants to do it through a quarterback, but at the end of the day, you got to be able to throw the ball through the air. And I believe Logan Woodside gives them the best chance to do that. But on the Birmingham Irons, their offense is freaking anemic. Like, I do not understand how they're able.
Yeah.
It's not like they don't have talent. It's just the play style. Like, they just want to run the ball and get 2.5 yards per carry every play with Trent Richardson.
It reminds me of the old Alabama college football teams where they would just pound the ball and just ram it down the throat of the defense.
Yeah, and they also chew a lot of time in possession. Luis Perez, believe it or not, I read the story. He had 8 offers from 8 different NFL teams, and he would have signed a little Alliance of American Football contract. Like, it's like a future contract. He would sign it, and then he would wait for training camp, but he decided to turn that down. Luis Perez, this game, I think he's really going to have to step up. He has stepped up before, but I believe that he's going to have a really, really good game because I want him to have a game like Garrett Gilbert.
Yeah.
Garrett Gilbert had a 300-yard game last week. And I believe he had a pretty good game against the San Antonio Commanders. I want to see John Walford and Garrett Gilbert have had games like that. But Luis Perez hasn't really had that breakout game yet.
He hasn't thrown a touchdown.
Game is going to have to come.
Yeah, I'm still wondering, is he going to throw his first touchdown in his 4th game? Yeah. Which is kind of crazy to think everyone's talking about him. But, you know, he has had dropped passes. I don't know if their receivers, you know, their receivers are good, but they're definitely not like the best. But yeah, it's crazy to think that he has not thrown a touchdown pass. Also, Birmingham's defense, 8 turnovers. That's impressive. And I think that's why they're the best.
They remind me a lot like Alabama. That's why I'm gonna take them in this win versus the Commanders. I think this game is going to be close simply for the fact that the San Antonio Commanders defense is really good. But what's going to happen when you aren't able to run the ball with Trent Richardson on the goal line? I want to see Luis Perez win this game through the air. I think it's going to be a pretty close game. I'm going to take the Birmingham Iron 16-9.
All right, YouTube, we got some news. Johnny Manziel, I don't know if you've heard, he was banned from the CFL, and there are rumors that he might be moving to the AAF. What's your opinion on this?
Well, rumors, a lot of people say rumors are rumors, but let's face it, Johnny Manziel is 100% going to be playing in the Alliance of American Football League this season. The Alliance of American Football, he was actually one of the first quarterbacks at the Alliance of American Football League, and Charlie Ebersol had reached out to. And Johnny Manziel, he's going to bring a lot of publicity. The ratings are going to go extremely high, and it's going to be really good for the league. Not only do you have Trent Richardson, now you're going to have Johnny Manziel. And, you know, this name needs big names that need to be developed. They need guys like Johnny Manziel, guys who are looking for a second chance opportunity. So I would think that would be good on both sides, Johnny Manziel and the Alliance of American Football, if they bring him in.
I totally agree. Now, YouTube, let us know in the comment section down below if you think Johnny Manziel would be good for the AAF or if you think he would be bad for the AAF. Make sure to make your predictions also in the comment section. Like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.